Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Sam. I'd like to welcome you to my EyeClarity Podcast. This is a show that offers cutting edge information on how to improve your vision and overall wellness through holistic methods. I so appreciate you spending part of your day with me. If you have questions, you can send them to hello@drsambyrne.com. Now to the latest EyeClarity episode. So when you use essential oils, there's something we talk about called anointing. This goes back to a very ancient practice. When you take an essential oil and you apply it to your body, you are cleansing your energy field. You are penetrating your energy, and you're coming into the physical body. So this is a sacred act, whether you anoint yourself or whether you have somebody anointing you, applying the oils. You know, in some of my aromatherapy intensives, we would have people in the class, and there would be, on the last day, you would partner up, and one person would be giving a treatment and one person would be receiving a treatment of the essential oils. And I would have maybe 200 essential oils up on my table, and people would go up to the essential oils and they would intuitively say, I need a little bit of neroli, I need a little bit of ponderosa pine, I need a little bit of tamarack. So it would be very intuitive. They would learn all the basics the first 2 days, but the third day, there is a very strong intuitive nature related to essential oils. And they would choose those oils and they would be treating their partner by doing some kind of a massage. And this is the power of anointing. I used to see it at every class. That anointing was super healing. You first have the essential oil, but then you have the anointing factor, putting it on your partner's body, your friend's body, your child's body, massaging it in, and getting a lot of benefit from that level of care. Now, in some aromatherapy circles, they talk about applying one single essence. That's another term for essential oil. Or you can layer the essential oils one on top of the other. And there are different ways that you can apply them. On the skin, there's certain ones that you can drink. There are certain ones that you can put in a diffuser and spray it in the air. And there are actually some that you can apply internally. Now, since this is for many people a beginning for them, where do you start? How do you work with it? Well, before we get to that, it's important to know, where do these essential oils come from? You know, the companies I work with, they practice wildcrafting and biodynamic farming. They put a lot of power and resonance into the essential oil. They're not using mechanical equipment to harvest. They're doing hand harvesting. They follow the natural rhythms, the full moon, the new moon. They don't do machine pouring, but they hand pour it. So when you hand pour, you are putting your energy into the bottle. This makes a difference. This is why I was saying some of these big corporate companies, they're doing machine pouring, and the two companies that I recommended for you, they both do hand pouring. And since we're working with vibration and energy, the whole idea is the higher the frequency, the healthier we're going to be. Now, in my in my exploration, I like to look for local farmers, small families that maybe generationally they've been in the business, because the field of aromatherapy has certainly gotten very well, let me say, people get on the bandwagon and they may put a trace of rose or lavender in their soap or their shampoo, but it's not really having a therapeutic effect. It smells nice, but it's not really creating the change that we need to create. Now, when we talk about essential oils specifically, these are organic substances. They are derived directly from the plants. They're very diverse. And how they are created is the plant part is heated up, boiled, and steam starts to emerge that contains both the essential oil and some water vapor. And we're going to be talking about hydrosols, which are the mist, and the regular essential oils, which is very concentrated. Just want to say there's a real complexity to the essential oils. There's a real intelligence to these. This is a whole other level than, say, doing pharmaceutical drugs. Okay, these are coming from the cosmos, the plants, the trees, the roots, the grasses, the flowers, the bark of the tree, and so on. So one of my favorite oils is peppermint, and it helps support the nervous system, the liver, the skin, the immune system. One of the great things I love to do with peppermint is take some cotton balls, wet them, maybe tear them in half, wet them, put a drop of the cotton ball, peppermint on the cotton ball, and stick it in your ear. Maybe not in the main part of the ear, but above the main part of the ear on either side. Wow, is that going to give you some mental clarity? Peppermint, we think peppermint is used for digestion. I use it sometimes when I'm hiking because it's so yin, it's so cold. I'll wet my bandana, I'll put a couple of drops of peppermint oil on it, and I'll wrap it around my neck, and that really cools me off when I'm on a hot hike. So there's a lot of applications to these essential oils, and peppermint is one, not very expensive. You should have it in your care kit. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something from the EyeClarity Podcast show today. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to subscribe on iTunes or Spotify and leave a review. See you here next time.